Will the 2024 LEGO Harry Potter sets continue their hot streak? Let's find out. Hello everybody, the Brickologist here with another new 2024 LEGO Harry Potter set review. Today we have set number 76430, Hogwarts Castle Owlery. This set retails for about $45 US, contains 364 pieces, and here is a front look at your very small box. We'll talk about that later on in the video. Here is a quick look at the back of the box, showcasing some of the play features in this set. This set includes one instruction manual with 103 pages of building, and at the back of the manual, the same advertisements we've seen throughout these 2024 LEGO Harry Potter sets are present, including the new Hogwarts Castle setup and the checklist for all the portraits. Before we get started, please consider liking this video, subscribing to this channel, clicking that bell for new video notifications, and maybe becoming a channel member. All of that goes a long way for me making videos like the one you're about to watch. And here is the set itself. Very simple fashion here, 3 minifigures and one very tall build, but first let's look at those figs. First up here is a brand new variation of Harry Potter with a fantastic jacket combination torso print there. I love that. That could definitely be used for sig figs. It does not feel Harry Potter specific at all. His face print, his hair, his wand, the mid legs, all of that have been reused from other sets, but he has some great back printing and a really good double-sided face, and I'm really just pleased with how generic the torso print of this figure feels. Next up here is a brand new version of Cho Chang, Harry Potter's first crush, and as a connoisseur of horrible mid-2000s fashion, this minifigure is absolutely serving. I love everything about her outfit, the skirt, the scarf, everything just looks great. The green jacket, the hideous torso printing underneath that with the striped shirt. It is a really bad looking outfit, but LEGO did a great job recreating it here. Her face print is nice, her back printing is good, and I love her double-sided face, which is definitely expressing how she felt after having to turn Harry Potter down when he asked her to the Yule Ball. That is a really nice touch. The third and final minifigure here is Argus Filch, and look, if you don't have a Filch minifigure, that's great for you. Now you have one. However, this one is a worse version than the ones we've gotten in the past because he has no leg printing. It's just deleted his leg printing for no apparent reason. Additionally, Filch is not in this scene in the movie, so there's no reason for him to really be in this set. Just kind of a random inclusion. His double-sided face and back print look fine, I guess, but also Mrs. Norris is not included here, so that's kind of an oversight as well. Definitely kind of a waste of a third figure if you ask me. And now it's time to focus on the build, which is shockingly the first ever rendition of the Hogwarts Owlery LEGO has ever made, which as a Harry Potter fan who's been collecting this theme for like over 20 years, that is very exciting to me to get something completely new, and I think LEGO mostly knocked it out of the park. However, the most notable thing here is this is freaking tall, man. If you see this set on store shelves, I think the box art makes it look small. That is completely false, because look at how big this build is compared to the box. The box is really tiny, but this thing completely dwarfs it. Additionally, here are a few more size comparisons next to the boathouse that's also part of this wave. This thing makes that thing look really tiny. It's also even taller than the big Space set that was $135 from LEGO City earlier this year. This is one of the taller LEGO Hogwarts sets they've ever constructed, and I am very happy with that. Raving about the height out of the way, does this set deliver in terms of design? I think it does for the most part. However, there are some sections that feel a bit simplistic. For example, the ground level here, you have the big ugly rock pieces. The rest of it isn't the most detailed thing I've ever seen. I do love this small tree build with the upside down fern piece in white for some snowy details, but besides that, nothing about this design is necessarily bad, but nothing about it is super detailed either, which the Hagrid's Hut set and the Boathouse set had. This one I think is lacking just a bit. There are some fun hidden details though. I like the little doorway over here. The staircase is not the best thing I've ever seen, especially for putting minifigures on. The steps are so small that the figures just look like they're about to tumble off. Definitely not the best design in the world, but I do like the snow-capped plant pieces. Additionally, there is a rat that part underneath this little opening that is not scabbers. I've seen so many reviewers calling that scabbers. Not scabbers, y'all. This set is based off of the Goblet of Fire. It's just a generic rat. If you call it scabbers, you're not a real Harry Potter fan. Rant over about that. I do like how the staircase though does wrap around to the back. There's a spider on the wall, and there's actually a good bit of interior back here. There is a little rotating platform on the bottom floor of the tower here, and this function reminds me quite a bit of classic Lego Harry Potter sets. Not necessarily something that's from the movie, but it kind of adds some magical pizzazz to the build, and I love that. There is a brick with ILOP's premium owl treats that is a print along with a little cookie right there. There's a small little bird cage. There is a watering place. And then finally, you get a little baby owl. Such a cute piece that is a recolor of the part that came with the Hawkeye minifigure from Marvel CMF Series 2. All of that is just so great. Moving to the exterior from the floor above, there's a small railing right here. And also there is a place to kind of reenact Harry and Cho's incredibly awkward scene where Harry asks her out and gets shot down. Relatable Harry. Nice that Lego can recreate that there, but it is a bit too small. There is also a crazy Easter egg built into the floor here, which absolutely blew my mind while building this set. If you don't want that spoiled, just fast forward about 30 seconds into this review. But basically on the floor right here, they design an owl, which looks incredible, and you can't really tell with the finished build. However, I took a picture of it while I was building, and just look at that. That is so fantastic and really not necessary, but it adds a ton of fun to this set while you're constructing it. Flipping this section around, the interior down here is relatively small, but you have this unprinted owl piece in tan that is part of this statue, one of my favorite parts of the inside of this design. That just looks phenomenal. As we work our way up the Owlery Tower, you can see the rest of the exterior here is decent. I think it looks fine, and you have purchase here for all of these owl pieces. You get one in dark red, kind of a barn owl in tan, and of course Hedwig right there. I like the texture. However, these pieces look a little bit too smooth to me. I think maybe a print or a sticker of some additional brick could have gone a long way to adding more detail to the design. The gray roof for Hogwarts builds has returned with this new wave, and I'm very happy to see that. I think it's way more accurate, and this roof design looks great. I love the texture of this piece. The snow-capped elements look fantastic as well, and you have these additional small perches for the owls on the side here, which adds some really nice texture to this build. From behind, the interior at the top has a couple of lanterns. There's also a perch for a brown owl piece, and this is also where the portrait is. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Salazar Slytherin. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Unfortunately, there's not much interior for the other floors. This is what you get. No room to stand figures. There are a couple of places for letters and some mailboxes, but that's really about it. Not really all that detailed, and all around you can kind of see it's not a facade, but it's borderline a facade. It's a very thin design from the front. Alright everybody, final verdict here on the Hogwarts Owlery. I'm really excited Lego decided to actually make this into a set. It's different, it's fun, it recreates an iconic and kind of awkward scene from the movie, and it just helps to expand your Hogwarts layout. All of that is great, and I think they did a mostly good job with this design. However, I think it's a little bit weaker than the boathouse or Hagrid's hut. I think the build looks a little bit simplistic in certain places, and it is kind of just like 1/4 of a tower. I feel like they could have completed this a little bit more. However, that probably would have raised the price of this set, which wouldn't have been great. Speaking of the price to part ratio is really bad. However, this thing is so tall, and I obviously focused heavily on that throughout this review, that I'm actually not mad about the value of this set, but I am a little bit mad about the minifigures. Harry and Cho are fantastic figures. I love their inclusion here. Filch is such a throwaway minifigure. I think they could have gotten more creative with the third character included with this set. However, there are only 2 characters in this scene during the entire movie, so Lego really only had to include 2 minifigures here, so getting a third one is extra. Additionally, you get 5 owls, 6 if you count the statue, so that kind of helps make up for it. So the Hogwarts Owlery. It's a good set. I really enjoyed putting this set together. I'm happy to add it to my Harry Potter collection. I don't think it's quite a great set, which is why it's going to get the rating of a 7 out of 10. Those are just my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching today's review. Peace out, God bless, bye bye.